Hello?
Oh, hi!
Hello.
Hi! Oh!
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello!
Oh, yeah.
What
yeah,
do we
it's
do?
gonna be one of those kind of shows, huh, guys?
We have an agenda. What the fuck are we doing?
It's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to talk about motherfucking Avengers!
Yes.
We gotta...
Fucking finally, thank God.
Yeah, finally we're somewhat timely with something, and we're gonna talk about a movie that is just dominating everything right now.
Yeah, this is it. This is why James Cameron's so pissed off at superhero movies. Because he fucking knew that someone was going to make one that everybody liked enough that dethroned his top 2 worst fucking movies ever made.
Well, they were already, dethroned in terms of biggest box offices weekends, because Disney has 9 out of the top 10 biggest box office weekends right now.
Right. I just want his smug fucking face to lose, complete box office, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's, nowhere near it. I mean, well, granted, look, inflation is what it is, but, he's nowhere near it anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At the very least, I'll take solace. If Infinity War somehow doesn't beat Avatar and Titanic, people are going to look way more fondly on Infinity War in a year than they did Avatar.
Well, I still haven't seen Avatar.
You don't need to.
I know.
You missed the boat. The only reason to see Avatar was the fucking admittedly dope 3D. That movie is a wet fucking butt. That movie is dog shit.
Yeah, I have no interest in it, so I'm pretty okay without ever seeing it. I think I might own it somewhere, but I just have never watched it. From what I understand, I've seen Ferngully and Pocahontas, so I feel like I've kind of already seen it from what I've heard.
You did.
Yeah.
If you
There we go.
3D, there is just no point. You have a decent coaster, though, if you ever need a coaster.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'm glad. Yeah, so first off, I want to point out, not part 1.
Oh.
Not
Really?
part 1.
Oh, is that what you think? That it's not part 1 of 2 movies?
Here's a movie in the same way that, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back is a movie, and then there's going to be... And then there's going to be another one. You mean episode? You mean episode? Not a part?
Yeah.
Episode?
Episodes are part. No,
a story with a beginning, middle, and end?
The bullshit semantics. It's unnecessary. You know I was fucking right.
No, you weren't. Fuck you. Because there was never the words part 1 were never on the screen. They were never said by anybody. It was just Infinity War, period, the end.
The next movie is a continuation of that specific movie.
We don't know anything.
Yeah.
We don't know anything.
Yes, it is.
No, we don't.
Stop.
No, you don't.
Yes, it is.
Just fucking period. As far as half of the general public is concerned, the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe just half ended.
No, it didn't end. There's the next part ends it.
Yeah, no, not the next part. Avengers number 4, which is a movie that is not titled, and it is definitely not called Infinity War Part 2.
You are such a little bitch about this. I was right. How can you not admit this?
Please show me on the screen where it said Avengers Part 4. Did I forget something? Did I black out? I don't remember seeing a Part 1.
Listen to your argument and think you have a good argument.
I 100% disagree, because yes, while there's a lot going on, and there's a lot that would then be filled in, and presumably just a hard snap reboot of shit of oh yeah, now everyone's back alive again. It is not a Part 1. It is not Infinity War Part 1. Avengers number 4 is an entirely separate fucking movie.
A buddy of mine who listens to the show texted me after he saw it, and he was like, I can't wait to hear the next Nerd On where you tell James I told you so.
Well, fuck you, guy, because that shit's not going to happen.
You, guy, I told you so, and you refuse to yield.
Because it is so not the case. That is a movie.
It is totally the case.
Beginning, middle, and end. That movie is fucking over.
Fuck you. This was Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi is next. It's a 2 fucking thing.
But Return of the Jedi is not Empire Strikes Back Part 2. It is Return of the Jedi. It is an entirely separate fucking movie.
It's the same god to you. You're arguing ridiculous. It's ridiculous semantics is what you're putting on the table and hoping someone comes up and carves it. No one's bringing a knife to this.
You are fucking wrong. I
was not wrong.
Avengers number 4 is an entirely separate movie. This is just facts. These are facts, BJ.
No. It has everything to do with Infinity War.
But so does Yes, just as in the same way that Infinity War is might as well be part 19 of the greater Marvel story.
Fine. It was part 19 of a 20-part movie then.
No, all right, but we have to move on. We have to move on because like we're not spending an hour talking about part 1, this mythical part 1 that does not fucking exist. So
I wouldn't spend an hour talking about it either if I was so blatantly fucking stupid. I don't blame you. So what'd you think of part 1?
I thought Avengers: Infinity War was.
You put in a lot of punctuation that was not. We get it. We disagree.
Yeah. All right. So in any case, solid movie from beginning to end. So I was, totally into it from beginning to end because, no, not for nothing, but I've seen all of these movies. So I know where this is all going. And look, and before we get too far into this shit, spoilers galore. So if you have not seen Avengers: Infinity War yet, we're gonna be talking about everything in this movie from beginning to end.
If this is somehow your first episode of Raging Nerd,
I'm sorry.
We got a little heated in the beginning, but yes, spoilers. We always spoil everything we talk about.
Well, to this extent, unless it's your fucking first part of a Suicide Squad review. But in any case, you don't sound as drunk as you did last time.
I spoiled any qualms about who I am as a human being with that first one. That was the spoiler. That and Slipknot dies.
Never forget Slipknot. But speaking of death, half the fucking people are totally fucking dead. If you'll believe that, because it's not like there's another Spider-Man movie coming out next year, or another Black Panther movie. That was my only real issue with it. Is because
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We know that they're not all really dead, so all of those deaths don't mean anything. So whereas if they were to kill someone like Captain America, someone like War Machine, Scarlet Witch, Vision, like characters that their future is more unknown, it would have.
People who have been here the whole 10 fucking years.
They killed basically if you weren't in Phase 1. You were gone. And that's what it was. Yeah. So fucking Thor, Cap, Iron Man, they all stayed. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, they're gone. It's like, wow, man. It's like, this is like, you had to get in here early. And then otherwise, sorry, man, you're fucking done. That's how Thanos arbitrarily did it. He only saw Phase 1 of the Avengers. He's like, let's keep these guys.
I think the only deaths that are really going to stick are Heimdall and Loki.
Yeah, although I read a whole theory on Reddit this morning talking about how Loki faked his own death because he's Loki and he could do all that stuff.
No, it didn't happen. No, I don't buy it. I think his time has come. I don't think he needs to. That guy has been there for so long. He had a brutal, meaningful death.
Twice.
It was stupid.
He also died in the second Thor movie that no one remembers.
Yeah, so let's give him a good death this time instead of something that's just washed away. I think keep Loki dead, especially with how fucking strong Thor's arc was with this movie from Jump Street. I think everything should stay dead, or his whole arc in this movie is kind of meaningless.
On that note, couple things. One, remember Thor Ragnarok when he struggled to save all the people and Asgard are the people? They're all fucking dead. They were dead before the credits rolled. Dead. They were just boom.
Well, so I'll add a question about this. Maybe you'll remember. I don't know if I'm making this up or not. In the end of Ragnarok, either in the very end or the post credits, did they mention that there was another ship that they put Valkyrie on and them to? No, they didn't.
I'm 99% sure because where the fuck is Valkyrie? Everyone else is there.
Well, the Russo said, I think yesterday that she's alive. We just forgot about her apparently.
And but she actually does appear in the new they relaunched Exiles, which is this kind of weird group of characters that just like they kind of grab like characters from all these different timelines. They relaunched that comic, and she is one of the characters, specifically the Valkyrie from Ragnarok, not from the comics. She's from the movie universe. So, yeah. I was like, how did they not do this before? Like, I'm like, I still don't understand why Marvel doesn't have a whole cinematic universe of comics. Like, that's like a missed opportunity.
I mean, honestly, if I were them, what a super fun idea, but that's gonna end up being just as messy as their comics. If they make a cinematic universe comic line, then it's just gonna be too much to keep up with.
No, I think that it would be easier in that, like, well, you really only have to do like one book, and it could just be tales from the MCU, and you just fill in the kind of the blanks in between stuff. But yeah, all right. So yeah, that Valkyrie missing, and Thanos just going back to Thor for a second, like, where the fuck was he when every other Avenger is like trying and failing to punch Thanos at the very end from getting the Vision's gem?
He's coming back.
But he was already there. He was already there. Everyone else, like, remember, he was there killing everybody, and then Thanos is marching up, and then Cap comes through and does his, like, holding the hand up thing. Fucking everyone else is trying to stop him. Scarlet Witch is trying to blow up the gem. Fucking War Machine flies in. The Iron Man Hulk, Buster Hulk is flying in. Like, everyone else is flying in except for Thor, the guy who built a hammer to kill Thanos.
I mean, maybe he got tied up.
A little too late on that one. It's like, dude, if you were here 5 minutes earlier, maybe we could have stopped all this, but what the fuck, man?
We also gotten the hands-down best ending out of any of these movies.
Wait, so you think this is the best ending out of any movie?
Fucking absolutely. You don't?
I mean, it's fucking depressing as hell. And
yeah, I see, that's what I like in my endings. I like sadness. I don't like happy endings. We'll get a happy ending in part 2. Part 1 didn't need the happy ending.
No, I don't know, because I didn't know what to expect from this. But yeah, I mean, it is a fucking downer ending. It's like
what do you mean you didn't know what to expect? It was fucking Infinity War.
At the end of it, the end of the movie, the story.
We all knew what they were going to do. There was no other way it could have ended without the snap. That was the only ending.
But why end it with the snap? Like, I read Infinity Gauntlet this past week, which is a fucking horrible comic. I will tell you right now, it is.
No, it is. This movie is way better, and that shit is really dated. That's it doesn't hold up, but it was fucking awesome at the time.
No, I disagree. There's nothing. It's 6 issues, half of which are people just going, "Hey, where'd Hawkeye go? Like, is he? What? He was here, and then he just fucking disappeared. Like,
eat it.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, where did this other character that no one fucking gives a shit went? Well, the Fantastic Four disappeared. I don't know. Like, they're all gone. And like, but weren't they just here? And then they all go and try to like bum rush Thanos. Thanos like just kind of goes like, yeah, you guys all suck. But Death, please love me. Love me. Why won't you love me? And then she just goes, eh. And then he's like, but why don't you love me? Will you love me more? Will I do this? What if I kill half the people in the universe? Eh. He's like, the whole thing is fucking like in the aftershock of like the Me Too movement. Infinity Gauntlet reads fucking horribly.
That's gross. Thanos is a fucking fedora lord.
He's a hardcore fedora lord.
I get what you're saying. I'm really glad that they made Thanos a much better villain for this storyline in the movie than he was in Infinity Gauntlet. Working around the whole death thing was awesome. And like I get like it's a little cliche that the villain wants to like kill off half the universe to save the universe, but like it's much better. And Josh Brolin was fucking brilliant.
In any like good villain, when you could see their point of view, it makes them really fucking scary. It's almost like the people that wrote the villains for like the first season of Daredevil, the first season of Jessica Jones, like they made great villains that you cared about and almost sympathized with, and that was what the case was with Thanos. Because otherwise, like, he comes out of nowhere. Like, literally, he's just there at the beginning of the movie. Outside of the shot of him at the end of the first Avengers movie, we know next to nothing about Thanos.
Yeah, though only barely any exposition from fucking Gamora in Guardians 1. That's all we really know about Thanos. And I mean, we've railed against this a long time leading up to Infinity
after
War.
Ragnarok.
And they totally took my fucking argument away. They made the right move making a Thanos movie.
Yeah, he is just like this unstoppable force. And it's like, he's not necessarily evil. It's just like, no, you will, this is how I save the universe. He almost, I don't know if he sees himself as a hero, but.
He seems like a decent enough dude to hang out with, right?
You want to get a beer with Thanos?
I kind of do. Like, I disagree with how you
methods.
go about your.
But that was my only concern going into it. But they delivered on that enough that I was like, all right, you got me, you got my money, I'm all set here.
Yeah, I'm so happy he's in the next movie. I can't get enough of this fucking villain now. They did such a wonderful job with him.
Is there anything you wish they had done?
I thought going in I was going to get the last Captain America movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's no secret for people who listen to the show, Captain America is my fucking dude. Like, that is the guy I latch onto the most in this entire universe. And he doesn't him, Falcon, Bucky, and Black Widow have got dick all to do in the whole movie.
Yeah, they are really underutilized.
They have great action sequences, but yeah, they're as far as story wise, they're what are they there for? You know? Yeah,
really just underutilized. I mean, I have to say though, their first appearance in the movie was fucking badass. There were the crowd I saw it with was very jovial and would clap at shit they liked. So when Captain America turns around, it was fuck yeah, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I was the only guy in my theater doing that, to the point where people sitting next to Jackie leaned forward and looked at me and stared down and then sat back in their seat.
Will you please quiet your dumb retarded son?
I was upset. I was so excited to see it. I mean, we saw it opening weekend, so I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to be able to make as much noise as I want, and we're all going to be clapping each other on the back and high-fiving. Nobody wanted dick to do with me. Nobody was really laughing at the jokes. Nobody was fucking clapping. It was a bummer.
Mine was the complete opposite.
It's great. If that movie wasn't as spectacular as it was, I would have been very, very sad with the experience.
I mean, I left, and there was after the post credits and everything like that, I walked by this dude who was just sitting there, there was him and his friend sitting next to him. His friend was poking him in the shoulder, and waving her hand in front of his face to be like, hey man, are you okay? The guy was just jaw dropped, eyes wide open, whoa,
yeah.
Was not moving for a little while.
I totally expected it to happen, but watching it was such a fucking completely different experience than what I thought it was going to be. That was that was among the saddest fucking things I've ever seen in any medium of entertainment.
I mean,
just no sound, no music, just my favorite fucking characters in film going
Captain
away
America.
And crazy upset about it.
Spider-Man was the worst one. Worst in terms of oh god, I'm not crying, you're crying. Oh my god, Peter. Oh my god.
I mean, it's a fucking kid that a megalomaniac fucking crazy person drafted into fighting his wars for him, and he starts getting sick and scared, and he fucking just blows away. It was absolutely the saddest fucking.
No, and he looks up at him I don't want to go, and I'm no, you don't. Please don't go, Peter.
No, we don't want you to either. We know you're coming back, but don't go now.
But again, that's the other thing. Like, fuck. You know, like, that just takes away the impact of that entire thing because, like, I know you're not gonna stick this, you know, that he's not really dead. I mean, Black Panther just had, like, a huge fucking success. There's no way he's not going to show up in another movie.
That's what I said when we were walking out to the theater. I was like, we were talking about it, and I told Jackie, you know, my only real problem with this movie is it doesn't matter. But, like, I was thinking about it today, and the feeling I got watching it happen, it doesn't fucking matter to me if it doesn't matter. Just watching this movie was, I got that first Avengers high again. And I never thought I would get that kind of fucking high in a movie theater again. I don't care if it doesn't matter. I think this ending's brilliant. It's one of my favorite endings in anything. I'm glad it doesn't matter, but for the time being, I am glad that I saw what I saw. And it affected me greatly watching it happen. So it's fine to me that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not like crazy about that, but I can live with that, you know, like, it's...
I mean, it's a problem. It's a glaring problem. But I reached the point today where I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And plus, the fact that they haven't really officially announced what they're doing next, and the fact that Avengers 4 comes out next year, like... I
thought get a trailer for it at the end of the movie.
Something, but I mean, no, we got the lead in for Captain Marvel. Yeah,
very cool. Like I love seeing Maria Hill and I love seeing Nick Fury. I feel while I laughed, I feel Nick Fury's death kind of minimized Maria Hill's a little bit.
He did kind of overshadow that a bit.
Like I was really sad when watching Maria Hill go, and then Samuel L. Jackson just has his fucking catchphrase in life. Start laughing. But Maria, like, I was mourning, and then you made me laugh, you fucking asshole. I was the only one who reacted to the Captain Marvel logo in the movie theater, too. This fucking crowd was garbage.
You got the worst, man.
Yeah. Staring me down for enjoying my life for 2.5 hours. Fuck you. Buttholes.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man.
What else? So I think the special effects are the absolute best they ever have been in these movies.
Yeah, I mean, right? Like they fooled me in terms of like just looking back in the trailers. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just assuming all of this is on Earth, and then obviously half of it wasn't because they were up in Titan.
In a bunch of different planets. They were all over the fucking place. That was another thing I feel there's so much packed into this movie, and every single bit of it is handled so well. It's so overstuffed on paper, and it never felt like it was too much or being like just thrown in my face for no reason. Everything like really felt like it had its absolutely deserved place in the movie.
Everything mattered. That was everything
mattered except the last 6 minutes.
And I never like looked at my watch or anything like that to be like, oh well, like is this over yet? Or there was like no moments of boredom. Like it had such a fast pace from the very beginning, and then just kept going and never let up.
The only thing that made me feel the length was I had to piss, like, not bad, not like emergency wise, but like I had to have a decent piss 20 minutes into the movie. So by the end of it, I was like, oh my God, it's just everybody dying at the same time.
This is entirely inefficient. Why would you do this?
Yeah. So once the cast credits rolled, I looked at Jack and was like, I have to go piss. I looked up how many credit sequences there were, so I knew that we had another half an hour because 1 billion fucking people worked on this movie. So ran and pissed, and we came back and we still waited another 15 minutes to see Nick Fury say motherfucker
in a Disney movie.
Yeah.
was I say? Oh, the Clash is like I am a little bummed that like the Guardians never made it back to Earth because I feel like that would have been cool to see. But seeing Star-Lord and Tony Stark and Doctor Strange all working together was pretty cool.
So great. So great. And when they meet each other and they all think that like the other one's working for Thanos, it was great. And Peter's like, wait, you don't like Thanos? We don't like Thanos.
Although, man, way to fuck everything up, Peter Quill. Like I said, although way to fuck everything up, Peter Quill. Like they had the gauntlet almost off his hand, and then it was like, meh.
Obviously, bad move, but totally in character. He loves her. He's always been an impulsive, dumb shit. Of course, this was how it was going.
It was just like so frustrating because like you could see it coming a mile away, and it's like, oh come on.
Oh yeah, but it I felt so fucking bad for him, and I felt bad for Thanos too when he goes, I had to.
You fucking Emperor Palpatine, motherfucker.
I wanted to laugh how he was. I kind of wanted to laugh how he was behaving with Mantis, like trying to put him to sleep. He was like, I can't sleepy. Do it. Like, oh, this is hilarious.
Someone put his hand in warm water. Not only are we going to get the Infinity Gauntlet off, but he's totally going to piss himself. It'll be great.
Remember when we put shaving cream in Thanos' hand?
Yeah, that's the way they're gonna stop him. Not just total humiliation. Just like you can reverse time, Thanos, but no one is ever gonna forget that time you pissed yourself, you fucking baby.
Remember you pissed yourself on your broken ass planet, Gaylord?
Shut up.
I'm calling Gaylord.
I could alter reality, but I can't fix this.
I'm gonna snap another third of you into non-existence. Oh, are you, Gaylord?
Just make sure you got your diaper on this time. Baby, you got a boom boom? Poor Thanos.
Poor Thanos.
No, fuck Thanos. He killed billions of fucking people.
No, not fuck Thanos, dude. One of my favorite scenes in anything. I felt so fucking bad for this guy when he was on Volomir. Also, I fucking called it. I fucking knew Red Skull wasn't dead.
Well, no one thought he was dead, but audible gasp from the entire crowd I was with, including myself, when that fucking hood goes back and it's the fucking Red Skull, and I'm like, holy shit! Was not expecting that at all.
You know, when I said holy shit, you know who joined in? Nobody. Nobody gave a wet fuck about this movie when I saw it. I was so mad at everyone, I wanted to fight everybody when we got into the parking lot.
I'm sorry, man.
Start my fingers on their eyelids.
Wow.
I was so angry. They fucking let me down so hard. It was so great to see Red Skull again. Ross Marquand is not good at Hugo Weaving impressions, but
I'll take it.
Still,
it
was so great.
It was worth it.
Absolutely. Anytime Red Skull in anything, I'll fucking take it. Fuck Hugo Weaving. Character's more important. You fucking grandpa asshole. I don't like the movie again.
Well, we didn't like the third Matrix movie either, you fucker.
Yeah, bitch.
All right. So, what? Do you have a favorite part aside from the ending?
I can't decide what it is. I really, really can't. I was trying to do it today, and I mean the ending is probably it. But the scene on Volomir was fucking amazing for me. The attack on New York was so fucking dope. Wakanda was awesome. Fucking Cap's introduction to the movie was incredible. Tony Stark's almost death was amazing. His relationship with the people he was interacting with was incredible. Ebony Maw was awesome. Fucking, Groot sacrificing his arm to be Stormbreaker's handle was
so
incredible. Awesome. There's too many for me to decide. I might. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's probably a good front runner. Thor and Rocket's relationship with each other. When Thor breaks the fuck down and Rocket shows actual development and character growth, and like empathizes with him and isn't just a fucking asshole like he always is.
He learned something. He learned something from that last movie.
He fucking learned something, dude. It's amazing.
That's.
All of it's so great. All of it. You know what I would have liked to see though? They didn't need it. It would have been too much.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. When Cap sees Bucky, I wanted them to kiss hard. Is that what you wanted?
I think everybody wanted that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I wanted May to like be running through the streets looking for Pete.
That would have been a good touch. Yeah.
Would have been too much though, right? After watching him die, it would have been a little too much.
They might not even needed to wait like that long for it. Like they might have just been able to get away with it like in the wake of the the attack and everything. Like she would have gone like a whole day at least after the city got attacked and hadn't heard from her nephew. Like that's a big deal.
Right. Isn't that's not the same day though where everyone disappears?
Well, it probably is because at the end Thanos says like I've had a very bad day or some bullshit like that, which is like you've had a bad day. Like what the fuck, dude?
The entire universe is about to have a much worse day. Oh, do animals disappear too? Is he killing half of dogs?
You want to talk about a villain?
This guy driving around like, wait, did he kill a bunch of dogs?
Yeah, man, I think it's life in general. So he went through and killed like half of ants, half of like fucking walruses. I mean, these things are already on the endangered species list, Thanos. You inconsiderate fuck. Why would you go out and kill those fucking pandas?
Yeah. You could have at least brought back a couple of black rhinos.
He's a true monster.
Yeah. I guess I don't really sympathize with him anymore.
He's out there fucking killing, poodles and shit. Like, what are you gonna do, man?
I don't give a fuck about poodles.
That was the first dog I could come to mind. I was trying to think of another animal, and that was it. Like, you're out there killing manatees and fucking platypuses.
Oh, no, manatees. He motherfucking killed half of all woodchucks? What a...
Hey, man. Like,
Oh, those infant Lhasa Apsos.
What? I don't know.
What other funny names of animals can you think of?
Ostriches, they're innocent in all this, man.
Shit, all the Shih Tzus.
Alright, that's enough of that. Yeah.
We'll see. I will be the judge of that.
I'll decide when I run this into the ground. Thank you, sir.
Yes, that's kind of my thing around here. If you ask this.
Yeah, I love the interaction. Of all the different new interactions, the one between Tony Stark and Doctor Strange was my favorite because it was like you had these like two egotistical dudes, one of which has learned some level of humility. The other one is still just as cocky and arrogant as ever, and they just they just went together so well.
They really did, yeah. Seeing them together, they were so great together. But just that chemistry was fucking effortless.
It was great.
I love Doctor Strange's death. What is this? This is the only way, Tony, and then he goes away.
Yeah, I mean, like it.
There's way too many favorite parts in an almost 3-hour movie.
Is it long? Because like it honestly did not feel like it felt barely 2 hours to me.
Yeah, same. It went by so fast. I like Fast and Furious 8 fast.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to even say about it at this point, but like it was just it's really fucking good.
I missed Wong. I get why they put him back in the Sanctum Sanctorum, but I didn't miss him. when he was gone. I was looking forward to him telling a bunch of jokes.
Yeah, I mean, like, while he was in it, like, and it was like, okay, cool, you're there, and you're fighting this other guy.
Yeah, very cool. The Black Order, I thought that I was after leaving the theater, I was a little disappointed that they didn't have much to do. But Ebony Maw had a shitload to do, and he was fucking amazing.
Which one was Ebony Maw? The main dude with the telekinesis?
The one, basically fucking, it was the guy who was torturing Doctor Strange. But the rest of them, they were cool to look at, and they had a good action when they had them on screen, and I didn't really need to get to know them, honestly.
They don't really have much in the way of a backstory anyway, and they don't really need one, because it's just like, they're hanging out with Thanos, like.
Yeah. And Black Dwarf's death was fucking awesome when they shoot him into the fucking not
the big Hulk guy?
Movie? A Call Obsidian in the movie. They shoot him into the fucking force field in Wakanda.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
What do you think? Like, Hulk is scared. Is that what you think? Like, Hulk got his ass beat by Thanos, and he's like, I'm scared. I'm not coming out.
What a cool thing to fucking do. And I felt so bad when he would just like pop up and go, no!
You know, the one area that I thought the CGI was lacking was when they showed Mark Ruffalo's head sticking out of the Hulkbuster suit. Cause it just looked like he was just like plopped there. Like they just kind of like clearly just like penciled his head in. Cause it's like, you're not there. Like you're shirtless somewhere else. And just like, oh hi, I'm here guys.
I honestly did notice it. I want to look for imperfections a little more clearly next time I see it, but the first time I did not notice.
That was the only thing. Otherwise, like everything else just looks so good. But I was like, that looks a little off.
The Outriders were kind of fucking scary.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
The monsters.
Yeah, they were fucking
the Outriders. They were fucking scary. And, I usually hate that type of editing where you can't really tell what's happening and in a swarm of fucking action. But it worked for every time you could clearly tell what they looked like and what they were doing. It was fucking terrifying.
And I'm glad they didn't just reuse the Chitauri from the first one. That was what I half expected when they all started filing out of that thing. But, fortunately that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I'm glad. I love that scene. That flashback with Thanos destroying Gamora's people.
I mean, it just shows you what kind of weird dude he was. Like he was just methodical. This wasn't personal to him. It was just no, I'm gonna murder all these people, and this is what I have to do. This is my higher calling.
He believes he's saving people,
and that's what makes him such an interesting villain.
Yeah. I mean, and it is cliched. Seen this shit before. Never seen it to this effect and being effective. Period. But I guess in Watchmen. But who the fuck gives a shit about Ozymandias? He's the absolute hands down best villain in the MCU. They really fucking knocked it out of the park with him.
So, with all that, where do they possibly go next?
I don't know. I have absolutely no theories. I got no guesses. I just want to be a part of the ride. That's it. And I want a better theater fucking audience.
Well, but the only thing, what I figure is someone has to wrestle the Infinity Stones away from Thanos. Or I don't know what the deal is, because was he even wearing the gauntlet at the end when he went and looked at the sunset there?
Went on his little farm? No, he wasn't. He didn't have the gauntlet on.
So then, all right, what happened to that? But there's a couple things.
Yeah.
One, Captain Marvel is the first movie next year, I think. And so they could just do that whole adventure, and then at the end of that, she gets the distress call. Because I don't think it's going to be just a direct tie-in. They have to explain who this person is first.
I don't know if there's going to be she's going to get the distress call, because the movie takes place in the 90s.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So then, no, I have no idea. And then, but they could just flash it forward to in the post credits or something like that, and just be present day, and then she gets this call. She's palling around in space somewhere, and then she could pick up Adam Warlock and go and stop this thing.
I hope that's not the case. I kind of want to see something much, much different than Adam Warlock. I want to be completely fucking surprised next time out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think they're gonna go out and introduce new characters for that. I think, if anything, that's the lead into Captain Marvel, and then they're not gonna rely on her to be like this save-in for everything. Like, I'm thinking, like, look, I don't think they're gonna introduce a new character for Avengers 4, like Adam Warlock, who like, while they showed his like cocoon or whatever at the end of the last Guardians, he's not. He's not gonna bring him in.
They're definitely not gonna. No, I mean, he's not. He's in the next Guardians movie, which isn't until a year after Infinity War 2.
But yeah, I don't really know. Like, but if this is, the Russo brothers, hasn't it already been made?
Yes, it's a wide. I mean, I don't know if it's finished, but like all the principal photography, I believe,
so
is
then
done.
It's just, any fine tuning adjustments, and then it's like 1 year ago from like right now, 1 year from now rather, is when that movie comes out. So like, fortunately, it's only 1 year, not like 3 years or whatever. So that's like one silver lining here. But yeah, I want to see that movie now.
Yeah. And that's how 2-part movies work. When they film things back to back, it's part of that movie.
But it wasn't, because it's not part 1.
Works.
We're not. No.
It is part.
Shut up. Shut your hole. What about Peter Dinklage? We talked about him. We were excited to see that he was in there, but what do you think of him?
It looked a little. I laughed. When he's not in Game of Thrones, I don't think he's just not interesting to me, I guess. I like the part. I don't know what I'm complaining about. No, I liked it. It was fine.
I thought he looked odd, because it's like, all right, I know he's a dwarf, but he's also huge.
Yeah, because they're fucking giant.
But it was like a great scene for Thor in like, well, no, this is what I have to do. And like, kind of like, while yeah, he was goofy and stuff in Ragnarok, like, he has stepped into this role. Like, this is what I have to be. I have to rise up and be this hero because people need me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not like he didn't have jokes. He had some good jokes in the movie. But, I think the only thing I really didn't like about this scene, and I did like it, everything's fucking awesome. My complaints are very minor. It was just too dark for me.
Meaning, like, physically dark? Like, the lighting was dark?
The lighting's dark. I wanted to see, like, that place was so fucking rad looking, I just would have liked to be able to see the details a little bit better.
Yeah. I thought some of the effects, like, when bouncing around, I'm sorry, but when Thanos, like, undid Drax and Mantis, like, I was like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, they just...
Yeah, that's right out of the comics.
Turn them into, like, ribbon, and that sucks.
It looked a little goofy, but I still loved seeing, like, when they do take stuff, they didn't do it very often, I guess, but when they do take a very specific scene from a comic book in that movie, it was fun to fucking see. But I think those were among the weakest effects in the movie.
The snap was a key element in Infinity Gauntlet. Like, he literally snaps his fingers in Infinity Gauntlet. But what in thinking about it, like, there's all these things where, like, Thanos does everything he says he's going to do. So when he says, I'm going to snap my fingers and erase people, he does that. When he says, I'm going to watch, the sunrise on a grateful universe, he does that. He delivers on every single thing he says he's going to do. Yeah.
Like the greatest villains always do.
So it's something else that it's like, well, shit, he did all these things, and it's like, regardless of like, we're gonna stop him, like, well, no, you didn't. All right, sorry.
Not this time.
So what? Go ahead.
I'm so glad this is done. I'm so fucking glad it's not done. I'm so glad there's one more with Chris Evans and at least one more with Thanos. I desperately don't want to see this villain go.
Doesn't he kind of have to?
Yes, of course he has to, but it's so good. I'm really happy that this isn't a one and done.
No, I meant like at the end of this, like, Thanos can't live. Like, he is too dangerous.
God. No. If goddamn Kilgrave can't live, then Thanos.
Yeah, it's like, how do you solve a problem like Thanos?
What are you doing, West Side Story?
Oh, Thanos.
Hi. What did you think of the humor in the movie?
It was just the right amount. Like, it was...
Can I guess what the audience I was with thought of it?
I can imagine. They were not for it. That sucks, man.
Me and Jack, only people laughing.
Man, I was laughing a lot. Like, there were times, like, almost to the point where, like, I was a little worried, like, am I laughing too hard or too loudly? But I was like, no, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'm having fun with this movie.
I was like, I didn't know how to feel about this. I wasn't sure I was laughing hard enough, because those jokes, like, all of them that I laughed at, I thought they were great jokes. And I laughed my ass off at bad jokes. But I, like, the whole movie, anytime there's a joke, it's like, oh, that's so funny. What the fuck's gonna happen next? Everybody shut up and do something new. I'm so fucking scared the entire movie. Well, that happens when you open a movie with annihilating an entire race.
Kind of fucked up.
And killing off 2 characters that I love. I'm scared the rest of the movie. I'm too scared to laugh.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's, I thought it was fine. Like, the comedy was just right. It wasn't too much. It wasn't over the top or anything. It was just the right amount.
I agree, yeah. Another one of my fucking favorite parts, when Thanos arrives on Wakanda and just starts laying dudes out, but can't lay out Captain America.
And I like that there's that brief moment where, like, Cap pushes back on his hand, and you see, like, this look on Thanos' face, like, bitch, please. Like, who the fuck is
and
this?
And then his chump piss pants ass gets comboed up. Dude, ripping that fucking stone out of his face.
Oh yeah,
holy shit,
fucking brutal.
Like fucking. Did they, like, ask David Cronenberg what a terrible death should look like before they made the model for Vision after he died? That thing was fucking horrifying. Oh, by the way, we're not letting Esme see the movie. Like, we agreed, like, right away, it's too much for our 9-year-old kid to handle.
Yeah, I mean, seeing half of the human race and all those beautiful, beautiful red pandas and foxes get killed is just a bit too much.
Thanos killed half of all unicorns, and there weren't very many to begin with.
No, I'm sorry, Esme. You can't have a pony because they're an endangered species now, thanks to Thanos. Thanks a lot, Thanos. You just ruined Christmas for my little girl.
She would not have liked watching all the Guardians die. Like, I told her everything about the movie, and she was, like, visibly upset.
Why would you tell her about any of it? Like, I get not to her, but, like, it's like, here's my recap. Everyone dies.
Well, yeah, I told her all about the movie. I told her all the big main parts of the movie. She's like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's sad. Oh, fuck Thanos.
Like, language, but yeah.
Stupid piss. Yeah, too much torture and too much, like, really, tough deaths to watch.
Like, it's not easy watching, like, a 16-year-old get murdered, you know, like, and literally just fade away to dust. It's not a great time. It's not like a romp, a fun family romp for all ages.
Dude, taking the sound out of everything, like, that, man, that was effective.
Yeah, man, it fucking hurt. Like, it was rough.
Yeah. Fucking Sam Wilson dying alone.
Yeah, and like how
barely threw him out of time.
How sad is that? That, like, you know, just like not even like 2 seconds later, Rhodey's like, "Hey Sam, where are you, bud? We're like the only 2 black guys over here. But what's going on?"
Yeah, like, they obviously will know what happened, but they still kind of just have to assume.
It's like the Rapture.
Like, he fucking alone, man.
The Rapture just happened, and they're all just like, well, shit. He did it.
Yeah. Fucking when, who says it? I think Rhodey says it when he's like, what do we do now, Cap? And, like, Chris Evans says nothing for, like, a good minute and a half. And just goes, Oh my god.
He's like, I have to catch my breath. I just got stomped on by that giant dude in a diaper. Like, it was fucked up.
Yeah. Seeing Captain America not know what the fuck to do, that got me good too. This movie is amazing.
Yeah, man. Eat shit, Justice League.
I really eat shit, Justice League.
Right now, I'm just imagining, like not even right now, like last Monday, like the after the opening weekend came out, and it was like, oh, this is the highest opening weekend of all time. Like, I'm just imagining.
Just a bunch of DC executives jumping out
like,
of the
fuck it, take me too, Thanos. Fuck. Just.
Yeah, I mean, this like, I mean, it's always been clinched, but man, oh man, does this clinch it. Wow, dude. This movie, like, so since I was 13 years old and I first saw Evil Dead 2, that has been my absolute all-time favorite movie. Unwavering, it has never changed.
Wait, what has been your all-time favorite movie? Okay.
Evil Dead 2. But it's, like, it's Infinity War now. Like, Infinity War is my fucking Desert Island movie. I loved every second of this movie. I loved it. This movie is infinitely fucking watchable. I can't wait to see it again in theaters with hopefully people who enjoy seeing movies. I think the next time we're going to IMAX, I think, to see it next. I cannot fucking wait. I love this. Josh Brolin is fucking amazing. Like, everybody's at the top of their game. Everyone who has stuff to do, at least. Yeah, your beard doesn't count as being top of your game. But Robert Downey Jr. is incredible. Fucking, this was a much better Doctor Strange movie than the first Doctor Strange. This was a much better Thor movie than any fucking Thor movie. Banner's development was so great. Everybody just ramped everything up way big. It's so great. Man, I love this movie. I'm so happy to finally talk about it.
And then they all fucking died.
Yeah, but they don't.
That's like, yeah.
Do you think Gamora comes back?
I think they all come back, to be honest.
I think everybody who snapped definitely comes back. Heimdall and Loki are not coming back. I guarantee it. I'm on the fence about Gamora.
I think Gamora comes back because what are they going to do with Peter Quill if Gamora's not in it?
Have him and Nebula bond together.
No, she's gonna, especially now that they just really started that relationship. Like, no, that she's gonna come back. They're all gonna come back. Like, I'm betting like, even Heimdall maybe not, because Idris Elba's like super fucking famous, but I bet Loki even comes back too.
So is Hill. I don't think Loki's coming back.
We'll find out. But look, we're dealing with the Infinity Stones that can just alter all of reality, bring back time. Like, with a snap, if someone were to get that and snap their fingers again, they could bring back all of the octopuses that Thanos destroyed and everything else.
All of the octopuses. All of the bears.
All of the koalas and every dolphin. And they'd all come back, and you could go farther back. Like, because look, who do you think would pick it up? Who is qualified to pick up that gauntlet?
Well, we already decided that Warlock's not going to be in the movie, and we do decide who is in the movie.
Is it Cap?
Marvel. It's going to be. I really hope it's Cap, and I really hope he fucking dies.
And like that is his like last. That's his last. That could be his last thing, where like the use of it destroys his body, and he ends up dying.
Yeah, I hope so. Like he's got to go out. He is done with these movies. If he doesn't go out like a fucking real hero, like the greatest hero who's ever gonna live in this universe, I'm like, the movie will fail me.
I think
I will my child.
If it's not Cap, I think then it's Star-Lord. who will definitely bring Gamora back.
Okay.
And like it's almost like if for nothing else, like that weird scene where where Thanos looks at Star-Lord after he pulls the trigger on the gun and bubbles come out and he's like, I like you. That's creepy.
Oh man, how great was that? That was fucking awesome. I like him.
Hey man, let's get a beer. All right. After all this is over and I kill oh shit, I killed him. Fuck. Damn randomness.
The boyfriend. I like him.
So it's
fucking amazing. Josh Brolin's incredible.
And we're gonna see him as Cable in a couple weeks.
I know. I don't like Cable. So I don't fucking like Cable. Not gonna Thanos for me. Like I'll enjoy seeing Josh Brolin as a human actor, but I don't give a fuck about Cable. I'm always hating Cable.
I mean, he's got a pretty convoluted story, so I can understand that.
Yeah, like I think the movie, it's just gonna make fun of that
without
shit.
a doubt.
So fine. Like if my only enjoyment forever now has been making fun of Cable, like I'll enjoy this movie because I'm sure that's the only thing they're gonna do.
Yeah, they're not gonna take it seriously at all. It's just like, hey, here's a time traveling guy with a robot arm, and there he is. Oh, speaking of robot arm, when Rocket and fucking Bucky are on the battlefield together, and like Bucky picks up Rocket and spins him around, and then he's like, how much for the gun, and then how much for the arm? And I'm gonna get that arm. Like, fuck yeah, man.
Not for sale. I'm gonna get that arm. I told that to Esme and we fucking cracked up together.
That was just pitch perfect. God,
Rocket's amazing. Like, Rocket was a big Celeber character, too. Like, all these amazing moments in the film, and like, I keep putting Rocket on the back burner, but he's fucking incredible in this movie. Everything he does and says is so great, but it's almost overshadowed by every other character doing awesome shit and saying awesome shit. This movie is so dope.
Tell me how you really feel.
Feel good.
Are you sure?
Feel good. The movie should not have been this good.
I disagree. No, because when you look at this is the culmination of 10 fucking years of hard work and due diligence, and DC has not earned a shit of this, but Marvel has earned every single one of those fucking millions and millions of dollars by being faithful to the source material and taking it seriously, paying respect to the fucking crazy, wacky shit that has been in Marvel Comics for the past 60 plus years, And DC looks at it like, I don't know, people aren't gonna like this guy with a cape. He's weird. No, fucking respect the source material and you will make a good movie.
Absolutely. It's so weird that I never thought that they weren't going to pull it off, but to pull it off to the extent that they did, I'm floored. I can't believe how much I fucking love the movie. I don't have gripes with it. I got no gripes with it.
I mean, the only issue I have, again, is just, like, the deaths, because of the way this news cycle works, like, they're gonna have to promote that. Like I read an article pointing out that, like, the Spider-Man movie comes out 2 months after Avengers 4. So it's like, Sony is going to have to be promoting that early, and you figure, like, by the end of the year, we're going to get a trailer for at least one of those two movies, and it's like, they're going to have to, like, get the cat out of the bag that it's like, yeah, guess what, he's back, at least in this, but, how they go about that, I don't know.
Well, I mean, we're definitely getting Infinity War 2 trailers before Spider-Man.
I mean, I anticipate getting something at D23. They have to show something.
Oh, yeah. There's no way they don't have something ready to go. It's just, they're going to hit a bunch of big events this summer with probably just one trailer and maybe, like, a character reveal or some shit, or a costume reveal or whatever. Right, we're definitely getting a trailer in the next couple of months.
Yeah, I am surprised that we didn't. I mean, like, well, if anything, like, after this dies down, or, like, maybe after Deadpool comes out, then it'll be like, all right, now we're gonna drop this. Here you go.
That seems a little soon, right? That's in like 2 weeks.
Or maybe they wait until the next DC movie comes out, and they're like, hey, Aquaman, eat a dick.
That'd be funny as shit. But after Justice League kind of not bombed, but like, oh man, we didn't do so good this time, guys. Oh wait, just this time? No, every time. But like, remember like that weekend, that same Monday, the first Infinity War trailer came out?
And I was like, oh, don't worry, man.
Yeah.
We'll make it so everyone forgets about your dumbass movie. Here you go.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? My the only thing I really hated about Infinity War,
ended?
They showed the trailer before it.
I'm sorry, say that again.
They showed the Venom trailer before it.
See,
that looked even worse on a big screen.
I almost missed the beginning of the movie because I forgot when the movie started. So I bought tickets to an 8 o'clock showing, and then Monica and I got dinner beforehand, and we're like leisurely hanging out. And I was like, don't worry, the movie's at 8:30. We got plenty of time. And then like I like take out my phone after we finish eating, and it's like 8:10, and I'm like, why does my calendar saying that the movie is at I have to leave to go to the movie at 8 o'clock? I was like, oh shit, come on, we gotta go. Like, so fortunately, like, look, the theater has assigned seats, so it wasn't like we missed anything, and I missed whatever trailers I saw the ending of Jurassic World, like everything was already stuff that I saw, and then Monica was happy because she saw the Solo trailer because she hadn't seen it up until that point.
Oh no shit! Yeah, we saw it. We saw the first Solo trailer, and I was a little disappointed we didn't see the.
We saw the awesome second trailer at ours. Yeah, see, everything about your theater experience sucked, man. I'm surprised you came out liking that movie. Yeah.
I mean, that movie was fucking perfect, and it made everything that's bad about life go away.
It was great. Yeah, Trump isn't president anymore. Yeah. Like, it's fucking it's all just done now.
No, I liked the bad guy in this version of life.
All right, so what's next? We have Deadpool. Deadpool 2 is really the next like nerd movie that's coming out. So we'll probably talk about that unless something else happens in between now and then, because we just spent an hour talking, just like blowing mercilessly Avengers: Infinity War. So
I could probably do it for another hour. Just talk. Like I forgot about things that I loved about the movie and then remembered them talking to you about it. There's so much, and all of it is so great.
It's a good movie. A bunch of people are seeing it clearly because it looks like it's the fastest movie ever to reach $1 billion. And I don't even think it's open in China yet.
Yeah.
So that's just going to decimate records.
They have. Congratulations, guys. This, man, oh man, did this pay off. This never should have worked. From Jump Street, this never should have worked. An Iron Man fucking movie? Who the fuck wants to see an Iron Man movie?
Now.
10 years later, look at what happened. This is amazing. This is better than Star Wars.
Whoa.
This never should have fucking existed.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't have existed. Like, considering how long Marvel went before they finally made a decent movie,
We, both of us spent the majority of our lives watching the absolute worst effort in every comic book movie that came out.
Yeah, and now it is the biggest box office weekend and most likely the biggest movie of all time.
Suck cock, Cameron.
On that note, folks, that's it for Raging Nerd On this week. You want to send us anything or tell us what you think in the Part 1, Part 2 battle, send us a note at ragingnerdon@gmail.com or at ragingnerdonpod on Twitter. But that is it then, folks, for this episode. I have been James, most definitely not Part 2, Ferguson.
I have been BJ. James is a fucking moron, and we all know it. But
oh, you actually know my middle name. That's great.
Damn it!
No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. That's just Monica's pet name for me. It's really sweet. So anyway, Nerd On, folks.